Welcome back here on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. I'm Nick Sturdivant. It is Super Bowl week. Super Bowl is almost here. You heard the claps. That's from Chris Mulcahy. Chris Mulcahy is clapping because not only is he a big fan of the Super Bowl, he's a big fan of the Super Bowl because his team is playing in the Super Bowl.
Well, even as and I don't like to use this word in front of my son, stupid Pats fan, that I can be overly optimistic. I did not in a world imagine this, or else I would have won a lot of money putting the Patriots to go to the Super Bowl.
Oh, man. Okay. How confident are you going into the game?
Well, what side of the brain? Are you talking about the stupid Pats fan or the realist?
Ooh.
Go with your heart first.
Oh, then we're gonna win 28-24, just like we did 11 years ago.
Okay, now your head.
We're gonna lose 28-24, just as we should have done 11 years ago. Because if you're remembering, it was one of the most historic plays in Super Bowl history. 1 yard line. You have a man that goes beast mode, and you throw the ball. However, give the credit to the Patriots. They actually practiced this play because they knew that this was their play. That Malcolm Butler saw it coming, jumped in front, interception. Patriots win the Super Bowl.
But before then, because I'm cheating on this because I recently saw the highlights before I came into work. Russell Wilson completes a insane pass where I forgot who the receiver was. On his back.
Curse. Was it Curse?
It might have been Curse.
It might have been Curse.
Or Golden Tate. One of them.
Oh, yeah, one of those two, yeah.
On his back, catches the ball, and you're like, no way. He caught the ball. It was a completed pass. And then Marshawn Lynch on the very next play runs it right to the 1 yard line. And it cuts to Tom Brady on the sideline, sweating bullets. He's like, I lost another Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. This comes after losing 2 Super Bowls to the Giants. And it's like, man, Brady he doesn't have it anymore. Mm-hmm. And then Malcolm Butler, the hero, saves him. And the Patriots win their 4th Super Bowl. They're going to win 2 more. But that really kind of, second win maybe.
Yeah, no, it was because imagine what that does. Like if the Seahawks,
talk about Tom Brady a little different. Mm-hmm. If Malcolm Butler didn't get that.
And the funny thing is, if you really think about it, here's the deal: as a realist Patriots fan, the Patriots have won a lot of Super Bowls, but at one point they were down 28-3 and they won. There was another time that they won with that crazy interception. There's 2 other ones that were last-minute field goals. There's a good chance that the Patriots could have only had really 3 or 2 Super Bowls the way things have gone. It's just that you also have some clutch play and things like that and a little bit of luck.
And you stole one from okay, we won't get into that. All right. Chris, where will you be watching this game?
At my house.
Okay.
And on Monday, I will be half a person because, of course, I come to work at 2:30.
I thought you called off on. I thought you took off, not called off.
No, we are not taking time off just because Olympics going on and stuff like that. So yeah. So, but I want to be here because I want to celebrate the Patriots. I want to be annoying to everyone.
Are you going to celebrate if they lose too?
Well, yeah. No, you have to realize that my bar is so low because this is bonus football, man. Because think about it, they had an above average season for anything. Drake May potentially is the MVP, so he played out of his mind. I don't know if he wins the Super Bowl. If it's a regular season thing, I get it.
Guys, look at my face. He's not.
Okay,
I like Drake May.
But here's my argument. Right. One thing I can't stand about this whole MVP candidacy is that 1 year, it's all about stats, and meanwhile, you give it to, even though I respect the heck out of him, Josh Allen. Lamar Jackson blew him out of the water stat-wise.
Yeah, Lamar
Jackson. But they said, okay.
Trust me, I heard.
But then they say, all right, the reason why is because without Josh Allen, the Bills are not a playoff team without Josh Allen. So then all of a sudden they took it out. Then meanwhile, this year, it's all about the stats with Matthew Stafford. Meanwhile, do the same scenario. The Patriots would not even be here, even a question, maybe a top 10 draft pick if Drake May did not bring him to this point. The defense helped, but Drake May was next level with the deep ball, his clutchness. So that's one thing is MVP committee needs to be a little bit more consistent. Is it stats?
Sure.
Or is it because that most valuable player on that team made a difference?
Can't have stats without Stafford.
I guess you can.
Well, then those would be staffs, not stats.
You get what I'm saying.
No, I know, no. I was gonna let you have that.
You see what I tried to do there? I tried to roll that F with the T.
Yeah.
Stats,
At first, I was like, "Oh, dang,
stats.
that's really good." I was like, "Wait a
Stats.
second, there's some letters
You
off."
got me this time. All right.
No, but in general, I'm super excited as a Patriots fan, and I know everyone is super excited the Chiefs aren't in it. But then I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
great!" But you got to say, Drake May is a very likable guy.
Oh yeah, I like Ray.
He's very
I'm
likable.
rooting for Charlotte's own. Charlotte 10, a guy who grew up going to Panthers games. He was like 5.
Yeah.
The Panthers last Super Bowl. You got some trivia for us, Chris?
I do. Okay,
I'm excited about this.
And we're not
We
gonna bring it
haven't
up.
seen it, by the way.
We're not gonna see it.
Punching this blind.
So I have the graphic and put all the logos up over on my weather computer. So the question is, or I guess the statement, there are 12 teams of the 32 NFL teams that have never won a Super Bowl.
Okay.
4 of those have never even been to the Super Bowl. Can you name all 12? And more specifically, can you name the 4 that have never, ever been?
Well, the Bills haven't won.
Yep, so they're one of the 12.
I know that for sure.
All right, let me go down there.
Okay, I let them pull up the list of NFL. You want to play it at home as well.
Okay.
Go for it.
Arizona Cardinals.
That is one of them. Yep.
Carlene said the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Atlanta Falcons have never won a Super Bowl.
That is
They've
correct.
Been to the Super Bowl.
Yep, and then Patriots ruined that for him. Literally, the owner came down. Like, everyone already thought that was it.
The Carolina Panthers have been to 2 Super Bowls, but have never won a Super Bowl.
That is correct.
The Cincinnati Bengals
Yep.
have been to a Super Bowl, but have never won a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
They lost to Joe Montana's 49ers.
What numbers are we up to? I was trying to keep track here.
Oh, I thought you guys were keeping track.
Okay, so let me see. You had the Bills. You had the Panthers.
Uh-huh.
You said the Falcons. You said the Bengals.
And
You
the
said the Cardinals.
Yep.
All right, so you are up to 5, my friend.
Houston Texans have never been to a Super Bowl.
Ooh, you got one of the 4 there. Very
That's a
good.
pretty good one.
Wait, do you want to give Carlene a chance?
Oh,
here?
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I
I got
don't
excited.
know
I got
now.
excited. I'm sorry, Carlene. I got excited.
Have ever been?
Anyone, and never been or never won. I'm gonna give you a hint. I don't think.
No.
you-
No
Okay,
hints,
no
no
hints,
No
okay.
hints. No hints. No hints.
Think big
I'm trying to
cats.
think of, is it
Think big
Jacksonville?
cats. Big cats.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, there we go.
Jacksonville?
They've
That's
never
like, I'm
been to
trying to
Super
think of
Bowl.
like I don't think I've ever seen you.
Never been
Yep,
to a Super
never
Bowl.
been to a Super Bowl. That's now you have 2 of 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 12. All right, you guys are doing great.
Never been, never won, right?
Yep.
Okay, so this is a tricky one because I want to say this team, and I may get it wrong because
I know what you're about to
they
say.
moved.
Yeah, that.
Does that count?
So technically, what you're about to say, just say the team.
Does it count? Does a move count? Or
No.
is it the same franchise?
No, it's just like pretty much by the name. So
Okay.
I know what you're about to
Okay,
say
no,
because
I'm-
the Browns moved to the Ravens.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Browns started up again. So yes, the Browns are another one that have never been.
So that counts.
That counts.
Okay, that counts.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
that's 3 of the 4. Yeah, that is kind of the trickiness, but yes.
The Browns
yeah.
came back in like 99, 2000.
So you guys are missing 1 that have never ever been, and you're missing. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4 that just for the Master 12.
What about a team that didn't change names, but they changed cities? Does that count?
What are you about to say?
I don't want to get it wrong.
Yeah,
that
I know.
count? Does that count?
So then start finding some safer
I'm
bets.
trying to just like go through.
I mean,
like,
the
all right.
Chargers have never won a Super Bowl.
Okay, there we go. We got another one. All right,
but they've been to a Super Bowl.
yes, that is correct.
Yes.
So you're still looking for the last one, unless I missed it. It's one of the oldest teams. So you have Bills, Browns, Jags, Panthers, Falcons, Bengals, Cardinals, Chargers, and Texans that you've named.
And
so
the Titans
far.
have never won a Super Bowl, but they've been to the Super Bowl.
There we go. You got another one. So now you're missing 2. One of these 2 have
This is
never
hard.
been to the Super Bowl.
The Detroit Lions
Boom.
have never won a Super Bowl.
That is, and
But they've won.
they've never been.
They've never been.
They
yeah.
have
They've
one of the
never
oldest
been.
franchise, and they've
Yeah,
never
they've
been.
never been.
They actually went the longest time without even winning. But like, Like I said, you
I'm sorry,
have no
Carlene, I took over
soul.
this
No,
game. I took over this game.
I'm just sitting here thinking, like, going through each range, I'm like, no, they've won. No, like, you
Yeah,
know,
I
know.
It's hard.
It's hard. And some of these teams that
They've
move,
been-
or it's been a
yeah.
long time, like the Giants, right? It's been a long time. Well, it hasn't
Right.
been that long, but it's been.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jets, yeah.
The Jets have been it's been a long time, but the Jets will have won a Super Bowl.
They have won a Super Bowl.
They have won a
Yep,
Super
they're not
Bowl.
on this list. You guys are only missing one team. You have the Bills,
They
Browns.
have never won a Super Bowl.
Never
Never
won.
won a Super Bowl. You have the four. It's the Browns, the Jags, the Lions, and the Texans. Those are the four that have never even been. You're missing one more that has never won a Super Bowl.
So the Ravens have won.
I want to say. I want to say the Vikings,
Is it the Vikings?
Is that your final answer?
I don't love
but
I don't love
but
way
the
you-
purple people eaters, right? Am I?
Carlene, bring up the graphic.
Oh no! Give me.
Bring up the graphic. Nope, it's you've already printed it. You are correct, my friend.
I am
it was
correct?
The Vikings.
Oh!
It was the Vikings. I gotta make you sweat, man. That's the way. That's what a game show host is supposed to do.
Y'all made me doubt, but I was like the Vikings.
Good job. Good. Hey, and thanks for playing at home. Thanks for piecing that together. But yeah, there it is. You guys did really good. There it is.
Oh, man.
But again, better luck next year to the 12 teams that are on here. Of course, the Seahawks have been 3 times. The Patriots are officially about to go for their 12th time. And if they win, they will officially tie Tom Brady for Super Bowls.
Ooh.
And they will officially surpass the Pittsburgh Steelers because they're tied at 6.
The last one threw me off because the legendary Vikings defense.
Yeah,
that
I know.
people
And
use.
honestly,
that really threw me off. I was like, did they win a Super Bowl?
because I played this game too,
Shout out
and
to Hank, 'cause
I
he's
only
a
got to
Vikings
11, and I thought the Vikings said that's the one that tripped me up.
Shout out to Hank, because Hank has a lot to say about the Panthers. He just really he would come to my desk and troll me about the Panthers.
Oh, yeah, I know.
But his team has never won a Super Bowl.
I know, but the thing is, he backs it up with stats. Like I don't argue with Hank.
He's got an amazing brain.
When's the last time the Vikings been to the Super Bowl?
Ooh, I don't even
Been
know.
long.
If,
You
but,
want to know the last time they got close to the Super Bowl? Like really close? Outside of the Brett Favre one, the one that's heartbreaking, they lost off a field goal against the Falcons back in '90.
oh, I know which one you're talking about. And wasn't it
Yeah, that
like
was a
Gary
ring.
Anderson, like the
Yeah,
leg, like he
yeah.
doesn't miss? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a side note, as we like to go off on tangents. Being the kicker is the worst job in the NFL.
The worst job.
Because it is, you're expected to make it, but you are hated if you
Oh,
miss.
yeah.
Like, think about that.
It's remembered forever.
Forever. No, wide right.
It's remembered
Yeah.
forever.
Oh man, or just
Multiple
blocked.
Yeah. Or see, I would rather have it blocked. Because if
Yeah.
you have blocked, I was like, sorry guys.
That's on somebody else.
And then meanwhile, you have the Giants kicker, that kicked the ground this year. Like no one's ever gonna
Yeah,
forget that.
that-
So,
man.
yeah. But no, now I guess at this point, let's write this down. A little funsies. Winners scores Super Bowl. What do we got? I already said mine. 28-24 Patriots.
I think it's gonna be a blowout.
By the Patriots, I agree, man. Let's move it forward.
I'm gonna say 31-10 Seahawks.
Dang, man.
Seahawks.
You realize the Patriots have one of the best defenses in the NFL.
Oh come on, that is like the Spider-Man meme because the Seahawks have the best defense in the league.
Not by statistics. Patriots have already played the Texans and the Broncos.
By optics, they have the best defense.
By optics, you can say what type of glasses are you
I'm
wearing,
just
man?
trying to trigger Chris right now.
Wait, actually, now let's do this.
But I stand by the 31-10.
See, I do not think that you're like everyone else, though. Everyone thinks that the Patriots are just going to get blown out. I'm just letting you know.
No.
Keep sleeping, man. Keep
I think it'll be
sleeping.
something
I think it's going to be
really
close. Then I think at one point the Seahawks might take an early lead, and you're like, oh, dang, there it is. And then all of a sudden, here we come.
I think it'd be 17-14 Seahawks.
17-14.
Okay, I move up my score.
I think it'd be low. and it's gonna be a hard-fought
31-10,
battle, but
17. Actually, that one's more realistic just because of the
Okay.
defenses.
Yeah.
31-20 Seahawks.
Oh, you're giving it a little more respect back to
A
it?
little bit.
A little
Thank
more.
you. I appreciate that.
Also, too, before I let you go, Chris, Tom Brady did not want to commit on who he, paraphrasing, likes in this game, right? He said,
yeah.
may the best man win. How do you feel about that? It's your former quarterback. I know he's in broadcast booth. He owns another team.
But he's also one that left us to prove that he's better than us to go to the.
Do you think he's a little jealous of Drake, man?
100%.
Okay.
100%. Because think about it. You have a second-year player that brought this team from nothingness to the Super Bowl. Yeah. Now, I'm also realist at times. We've had some crummy snow games. You had C.J. Stroud that was just getting pelted and throwing like 6 interceptions.
Seeing ghosts.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, meanwhile, God's like smited the Broncos and then put a blizzard where they couldn't even play football. There's at one point, Ramondre Stevenson face planted and then Drake May slipped. That was the second half of the game. So now they should have went for a field goal earlier on. So there's a bunch of other things that happened that. So we have been also stumbling through to get to this point. But no, Tom Brady's not going to commit because he will say that he's happy. But Drake May, if he wins the Super Bowl, guess what? He is already on the path of Tom Brady's coattails.
And it's a weird sort of jockeying thing with the Patriots, right? You have Robert Kraft, Bill Belichick, and Tom Brady. All three are competing on who gets the credit for those dynasties, right? And it's like Robert Kraft is kind of like edging out right now if they win.
I know it's true.
So it's like, man, you went 4-13 last year. Now you're in the Super Bowl.
And the Vrabel move was genius. That's also, and like that's one other thing. You have also masterminds going at each other because Kubiak is incredible. Yeah. You have, but what just happened to mine? McDaniels has already been to multiple Super Bowls on our end as far as the offensive mind.
This is not new for him.
Yeah, this is not new for him. Like, so I also think that I love the gameplay. Like, and I'm not saying this is your sports bet, but I guarantee one of the two teams, somebody besides the quarterback, is going to throw the ball. I bet you there's going to be some trick plays. It's all going to come out. I think that it's going to be a fun defensive game, but the offense is going to have to pull some tricks and deception in order to score on this one.
I'm excited to see the safety for the Seahawks, Iman Wari. Oh,
he's great.
He just flies all over the field.
I play Madden 26, big fan of it, and whenever I do like one of those drafts, I have to have him on my team every time. Like he's incredible.
Can't forget about Sam Darnold.
I hope he shows up, not Darnold. If Darnold shows up, we might be in trouble. But Darnell all day long.
Well, maybe Sam Darnold from his Jets days will show up because it was.
I'm seeing ghosts. Did you ever see that?
Yeah. I mean, he still sometimes see ghosts.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, truly, to beat the Patriots, the most rushing yards that. The Patriots have not allowed a single running back to give up over 70 yards versus them. So that's been their bread and butter is the stopping the rush.
Yeah.
So, but they have JSN, and also we keep forgetting they have Cooper Kupp. Guess of Cooper Kupp, like the Triple Crown winner.
Kupp came up big in the NFC Championship game.
So no, it's not going to be easy, but I'll stay optimistic. But most importantly, man, I want a good football game.
Yeah, of course.
Because you want a good football game.
Of course.
So,
Chris Mulcahy will check in with you on Monday to get your thoughts.
I will come in at 10 o'clock.
Sure.
I'll be here too. I'll pop in.
You're gonna pop in?
I'm gonna pop in.
You sit here. I'll be here. We'll have a powwow.
Jane will be here.
And it's gonna be either like I'm jumping out of my seat, or I was like, hey, no, do you know what? It was a really good game. It's hard fought. I'm really proud of my team.
You got to wear the jacket either way.
Dude, you know I will. You know I will. I was just hot, or else I'll have it on right now.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Mulcahy, thank you for joining us, sir.
And thanks for playing our game. That was fun.
Yes.